It's a stark departure from how he was once known. Air Jordan is now Grandpa Mike. And who is this guy?
Jasmine and my little...
This is my son, Rakeem. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. This is Rakeem Michael Christmas in his public debut.
Your grandfather now. I saw your face light up there with Rakeem. What's that like?
Actually, it's fun, you know, because I can actually hold him and play with him, and I'm having fun watching him.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's your first time in, right?
Yeah, first time. It's actually beautiful.
The legendary competitor now in a new phase of life, 16 years after retiring from basketball. Michael Jordan is building on his legacy with philanthropy and community service.
At least $3 million for hurricane relief, $5 million for the African American History Museum, millions to Make-A-Wish, millions to Chicago area charities. Are you at a point in your life where you want the legacy to be about more than basketball? Is that part of the motivation here?
That's not my purpose for doing it. My purpose for doing it is because I see a certain need. I feel a certain warmth about it. If I feel like I'm making a difference, that's all that matters to me.
By our estimation, it's $30 million in donations over the last 5 years alone. And his latest project, a health clinic for the underserved in his home state of North Carolina.
As you can see, it's a very emotional thing for me.
Something near and dear to his heart.
I'll be able to give back to a community that's supported me over the years. When I was playing the game of basketball to now where I'm a part of this community.
The clinic, Dr. Michael Hoban's brainchild.
The audience, I mean, in terms of the folks who come here, all kinds or?
We care for everybody in our community. We're here to serve our entire community, and we're passionate about that. 1, 2, 3.
The goal, use integrated health care to increase upward mobility in the community.
2, 1. 3.
When Michael heard the idea,
yeah, I'm okay.
He decided to donate enough to fund two.
At the end of the day, if you know you're providing services for people in need, that's all that matters.
And the accolades that come with his generosity, something he'd rather avoid.
So I give for the basis of giving, not to advertise or not to promote.
These days, he'd rather stay out of the spotlight, opening up to us about his reluctant participation in an upcoming 10-part series about his career and the 1998 Chicago Bulls.
500 hours of never-before-seen footage. Why do that now?
I didn't want to do it, in all honesty. I felt like it was raw enough that people would not really understand the mentality that it takes to be a winner and to be a leader. And I'm still nervous about it. It's going to be interesting to see how people interpret the whole thing. That's going to be the most intriguing aspect of the whole thing.
Though his relationship with fame and the court of public opinion remains delicate, he's built a massive empire with his Jordan brand. He also owns the Charlotte Hornets, and he's worth an estimated $1.9 billion, making him the fourth richest African American in the world. And he's not done.
I guess the team wasn't enough. The brand's not enough. Underwear is not enough. What is this?
We decided to do our own tequila. You know, if we sell it, we sell it. If not, at least we got enough to drink. That's a lot you're pouring there, buddy.
Well,
I mean,
it's Michael Jordan's tequila. I know how much the bottle costs. So.
I do have a lot of stuff to do the rest of the day.
I'll pour.
Pour me a lot and pour you a little.
We'll switch.
I like that. I like the way you do it.
Someone asked you if you could pick 4 guys for your pickup team, 4 guys that you play anybody else with. Hakeem Olajuwon, Magic Johnson, Scottie Pippen, and James Worthy. That was 6 years ago. Lots happened in the league in 6 years. Would you keep the same 4?
In a heartbeat. When I'm going in the trenches, I played against and with all these guys. I'm going with who I know. Every single night, that responsibility to go out there and represent greatness every single night.
So Steph Curry shouldn't be offended when he watches this.
I hope not. He's still a great player. Not a Hall of Famer yet, though. He's not.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
I enjoyed this.
Remember when Michael Jordan called you my friend?
I remember that. And we sipped some tequila.
Were you dying?
I did die a little bit. And quickly
great.
brought myself.
Did you bring any?
I did, but I don't have it here with me.
Okay.
We should point out he was getting a flu shot there in the piece.
Oh.
By the way, you would think that he would play pickup ball from time to time?
Sure.
No.
Oh, really?
He said that because of his competitive nature, he doesn't want to pick up a ball again because he's afraid that it would take over.
Trigger, yeah.
Wow. It would bother him to what, like to know?
Well,
he
he
would
would
this, but...
he would start playing more, and then he'd pull it like his Achilles or something.
But he's working out, doing everything you can tell, right?
We're gonna have more coming up in the third hour. He's picked up a new hobby. as well.
Really?
That's a good tease.
Yeah.
Picked up, yeah.
He does weather.
No, that is not his hobby. But I got some of that tequila for you.
You did? Okay, good.
Sin Cara.
Yeah, I love
Sin Cara,
it.
yes.
Thank you. That was cool.